Hey guys, Lindy Pearson here. Welcome to Level Up. My husband and I, we work with a great firm called Cressa, which also happens to be our proud sponsor for this episode. We're a commercial real estate firm, but unlike most in our industry, we only work for the tenants. We help business owners and C-level executives make better real estate facility decisions and save them money along the way. So, welcome again to my episode where we feature entrepreneurs, leaders, and other professionals who have demonstrated agency and innovation in their personal and professional lives. So, the reason why I chose this next guest, for those of you who know me, you guys already know my why, and that's to travel. Hands down, without a doubt, I can never say no to travel. And this guest just happens to specialize in luxury travel. And I know we're all out there missing our trips, so in this episode, I chose to bring travel to you. Anyway, back to our guest. She's originally from Turkey, grew up in a family of professional women, over 30 years of travel under her belt. She is a true example of how you can follow your passion and turn it into a successful hobby. She turns travel not only to get away or relax, but also to learn about the culture, enjoy everything, the arts, the cuisine, the nature, the sports, what you learn in different society values from around the world. So without further ado, it's my pleasure to share with you my Ayse Boykin, CEO, owner, agent, luxury travel expert, certified travel consultant on this episode of Level Up as our one and only travel master. Thank you, Ayse.
Thank you for having me.
So, obviously everyone's missing travel. So thank you again for taking time and being on the show. But also we want to know, how did you arrive at this entrepreneurial point? I know, like I mentioned before, you've had a lot of leaders that have led you in this direction.
Well, growing up, I always watched my grandmother and my mother running their own businesses. And my father even had his own business. So working for someone else was not an option. I like working with people, but I like determining the direction of my business. And I like to work with my clients. I wanted my clients to be the focal point of the business and not how I perform in the minds of other people that I work with, in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, and that's how I started. And my clients and how they travel and how I plan their trips, who they are, has always been the focal point of my business, and that's why I'm sitting here today.
Awesome. So for travel, a lot of people, you have people that are more liberal, a little bit conservative. Maybe they're taking care of their elders or someone who has a compromised immune system. So travel has kind of been, at least in the last 6 months or so, kind of looked at as, if you're traveling right now, maybe you're not being responsible, which is not a belief that I share, and nor do I believe you do as well. So for me, in my office world, people always talk about, what's the new normal? What's the new normal going to be? And I feel like we're already in the normal. It's like the next normal. So what do you think travel is going through right now? What is the next normal for travel? How is it emerging? So like, I know for you, you did a trip in the 80s to Africa, and a lot of people were really, I would say uninformed with the AIDS and the epidemic, and now we're going through this pandemic. I remember, in 1999, I went to Indonesia and people were scared of Y2K, and I'm never coming back.
Yeah. Well, that's absolutely true. You're very attentive. I was on an airplane going from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia to Nairobi, Kenya. That was quite some time ago. That's the year when AIDS was becoming known. So I'm reading Newsweek and I see this article that AIDS people get AIDS through monkeys. And here I'm sitting on an airplane going to Africa to see the monkeys. So I was a little horrified, but again, it wasn't something that was for sure. That's what they thought would happen. And so I kind of thought it through, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to touch monkeys anyway. And I also thought the probability of all monkeys having it was quite low. And I said, here, I'm sitting on this airplane, I can't make the airplane go back. So I'm just going to go be brave and see what happens. So I came back, had the best time of my life. Of course, didn't get AIDS. To this day, I'm good. And and of course, we found out that it's completely different the way it's transmitted. And today, it's I'm very grateful that it's a disease that people can live with. Now, having learned from that, and also having lived through other epidemics in Africa or such as Ebola or other flu type, COVID type of epidemics in China, and having had clients traveling at the moment and getting them out of there. But this one is different. This one is airborne. It totally depends on our personal responsibility. So I'm going to say, yes, we can travel, but provided that everybody is traveling responsibly, that we all wear our masks, we make sure that we wash our hands, we follow all the rules, keep our distance. And I've traveled recently. I've done a couple of trips very successfully without contracting any COVID. And I traveled in countries and environments.
Where did you go? Where have you been in the last 6 months?
I was in Mexico. I was specifically in Cabo. And I went to see a whole bunch of different hotels and yachts and a couple of fabulous villas to see what could be possible for our clients. And a lot of people are now preferring three things. They want to make sure that they're going to fly safely there. They're going to, when they get there, the transportation is going to be clean and sanitary. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, where they stay and people who work there. And then if there is a yacht they get on, that the yacht personnel is safe and clean. And we're able to provide all that. We're able to provide private flights for our clients.
That's great.
To Mexico, so that they don't have to be in the same airplane with other people. We can do fabulous villas with personnel that is completely COVID-free. We're also able to provide yachts that are completely COVID-free. So people can travel, they can get away, they can do whatever they want to, provided that they take our guidance and work with us and allow us to guide them. And if it's done in that way, I think it's really okay to travel to Cabo. And then I was also in Turkey. I traveled there for 6 weeks, and I did a lot of outdoor traveling. And I also stayed at some hotels, and a lot of hotels are following COVID protocols, such as once a client checks out, they don't sell the room for 48 hours, and they make sure that everything is clean, the air is clean, the room is aired, and necessary sprays are sprayed. I don't know what they are, but they do it. And make sure that room is clean.
Knowing that you're from Turkey and you've been there many, many times, how is it now? Is it still as crowded, or are people just kind of getting rolling? No.
Europeans are still traveling because between Europe and Turkey, there is no restriction. There is also no restriction for U.S. citizens to go to Turkey, obviously. And the Turks can come here. So some of my clients are Europeans. in order to come to United States to visit their friends, family, or travel here, we recommend them to go to Turkey, spend 2 weeks there, and then they can come to the United States. So right now, for those people who have time and who are willing to do the detour, they can come here. And the same applies for Americans who want to go to Europe.
Right.
So there are ways of doing it, but we need to be willing to take the detour.
Right. Besides that, what other steps have you had to do to prepare? Like, I know when you go on your safaris, there's shots and things that you have to do, but COVID related, what about, your diet and your exercise and feeling good?
Oh, I actually I have to admit that I don't have any underlying issues. Like I don't have diabetes, and I've always tried to take care of myself, eat right, exercise, be strong, take my vitamins. But I mean, COVID is an airborne disease. If you're going to get it, you're going to get it. I think one of the most important things is to wear a mask, to accept the fact that you're going to wear a mask, you're going to wash your hands, and you're going to keep your distance. And I fiercely was applying that at every step of the way, and I managed to stay clean. But I did go to restaurants, I did go to stores, I did go shopping, I did go into markets. But you can live like that anywhere and get around and be okay and enjoy your life, is my motto.
Yes.
But
yes, I have a trip planned myself, which I will keep to myself for now. But so you've said things in the past, both just because we've been friends for many years, and you say, I stay with the client. In a sense, I follow them. I follow their trip. It says here, so they have all the services they need without a worry to be had. So to me, that's like one of your superpowers. So tell us why having a travel advisor by your side is a secret weapon, especially for right now.
Well, our strength is we plan the trip from our ability to plan the trip from A to Z. We can have a client picked up from their home, brought back to their home. It's going to be a seamless experience. We can provide transfer to the airport, airline tickets, all the hotels, all the activities, all the special interest activities that they're going to do, if they're going to go to a ballet or theater or whatever their interests are. If they want to go mezcal tasting, if they want to go cognac tasting,
nice.
Whatever their wishes are. If they want to swim with whale sharks, if they want to go scuba diving, if they want to go spend time with a specific animal in the world. Like I had a client who wanted to spend some time with Tasmanian devil. So I managed to send her to this reserve in Australia, and it was quite difficult because Australia is very protective of animals, especially Tasmanian devil. So we managed for her to get some time in without compromising the well-being of the animals. So we do, this is our job. My reason for being is I travel, find amazing things, put them all in my library up here. Yes. And then when I talk to a client, I find out about their interests and their budget, and I design the trip. And when they travel, we go with them every step of the way. So if anything is possibly could go wrong, if there are delays or if there is any issue with civil unrest, we know that pretty quickly, and we try to pull the client out of that context. So
that's happened to you before.
Yeah, it did happen, and I'm very proud to say we were able to pull our clients out, and they didn't even know what was going on. We just had the hotel wake them up, and they took them straight to the airport. And I called them on their way, and I said, "This is what's going on. We're getting you out of there." And they ended up in London.
That's what's so great. Also, knowing when you book travel is that no matter what's going on, even if you might have to re-strategize or get someone out of a city that is no longer safe, you're there.
Yeah.
So it still is a vacation because you don't have to worry. You don't have to be stressed.
Yeah, exactly. We make sure that our clients don't have any stress unless they want to have stress.
Right.
But yes, we do follow what's going on in the world. We do follow the climate. We do follow geographies. We know what's going on. You know, as a travel agent, I'm proud to say I have my finger in the pulse of the world. And most of the time, I mean, short of predicting earthquakes.
Well, yeah.
Of course.
Or pandemic.
There are limits to our powers, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we have to accept, force of nature, of course. Yep. But other than that, even when that happens, we're able to help our clients.
And in terms of travel insurance, what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, that's very individual, very subjective. Some people who already had things happen to them, they always request it. Even before we book the trip, they're like, we need insurance.
Okay.
And some people, they want to take the risk and they don't want to take the insurance. So I highly recommend it. I personally, each time I go somewhere, I purchase insurance.
Okay.
So that if I miss anything during that trip, or if anything happens to me, I know I'm going to be taken care of. I don't have to worry about anything. All you need is one phone call and you're done. And you're taken care of, and people are taking you straight to, you're being airlifted to the nearest place you want to go to. Having that kind of security is huge, and some people are happy to pay for it and some people aren't. And I'm happy. I always recommend it though. I would never say to anyone, don't buy insurance.
Yeah. We always get it when we travel with the kids. Sometimes when we go to Mexico and it's like a one plane something, we don't get it. But we are going on a trip in a week from today. And we did purchase it because you just don't know. And if anything happens, it's not expensive.
No. It's really the best money you have spent.
Yeah.
If anything happens, it's the best money you have spent for sure.
So I have promised our audience that you are going to be giving us 3 of your magical places, 3 tips on places to go. As people are seeking, alternative routes, like you had mentioned before, people who want to come and visit the United States, just different places, depending on how people want to travel, to have less people and that might be their taste or their comfort level. So what are your top 3 places that have yet to be discovered, obviously by you, but of all of us?
Well, these places are already discovered by quite a few travelers. And
hold on, guys, listeners, please take out your notebook and your pen. This is only going to be one time for you guys.
Well, my list is with our time in mind, what's going on at this moment in history with COVID. So I picked my destinations out of the countries where an American passport holder can go to the airport and fly to, and they don't have to worry about anything else. The first one is Africa. In Africa, my favorite part is southern Tanzania, the Selu area, Ruaha, Selu. That has very few camps. It's not because there isn't enough game there. basically there aren't that many flights out there, and it isn't the Serengeti where you have a lot of cars and a lot of people. In the Selu area, it's defined by this beautiful river called Refugee River. And along that river, there is amazing wildlife. And I mean, you can go fishing and you see all kinds of animals. And it is like you own the world. Like you bought Africa for yourself.
I'm sold.
So
I'm there. I'm good.
That's, I mean, if you allow us to help pick the right time of the year to be there, it's a great spot. It's like right now is a great time to go there. So the second destination that I would highly recommend is this area in Turkey called Urla, URLA. It's a wine growing region. And you only know that you're not in Tuscany because people are not speaking Italian. The food is similar, the wine, it's a beautiful region. And right now, all the wines are coming out. And they have great restaurants and really fun hotels to go to. And the temperatures are like California right now. I mean, right now, California is actually quite cool. But they're in, I would say, they're low to mid 70s right now. So it's ideal weather to go to Ephesus to see the ruins. And then in the afternoon, you could be wine tasting in a vineyard where there's barely anyone with the own.
Perfect. Where do I sign?
Anywhere. Well, let's talk about that after we finish our list. And then the third place, for those of you who don't want to go too far, my favorite area in the Caribbean is an island called Marie-Galante. It's a French territory. It's very chic. It's Caribbean of the past. Very few hotels. And it is like you're in a little French village, but you're in the Caribbean. It's really lovely, and it's not a destination like other parts of the Caribbean where you see big crowds. I've never heard of any cruise ships going there either. So for those of us who want to be away from it all, these three are great destinations, and anyone can go there right now. From the United States. So I think this list, there are other places on earth, which I'm sure we'll talk on another episode, hopefully. But right now, provided what's going on right now, this is the best list.
I love it. I have that list, obviously, and I will be going to those places. I do not know when, but I will be drinking wine in Turkey. I will be swimming in the Caribbean, and I will be going to Africa at some point. So, yes, thank you for all of that.
Can't wait to set it up for you.
What are you doing in terms of your office and going back to work? Because you're a pretty social person, and also being an advisor and talking to people, and how was your trip, and how was this, and what was your experience like? What's it like being from home, like just working and stuff? Are you going to go back?
As you know, I have my own business, my own portfolio, but I work with a company called Internova, which is our parent company. And they have beautiful offices here in Los Angeles, which we're part of. And there are a couple of hundred travel advisors like myself and my team. And everybody travels all the time, so we have a lot of exchanges, and then we have our vendors come in. So it's a very social environment, which is right now unfortunately not conducive to COVID. But I love being in the office. I love getting up in the morning and work out and have a nice breakfast and put my nice clothes and go to the office and work and enjoy working with other wonderful people. and exchange ideas and come home. And that I've always, always, always loved that. And I can't wait to go back to the office. But at the moment, it's just our business doesn't lend itself to being in the office.
Yeah, we're starting to see some new trends, and it is a very flexible schedule for however big of a space you have for your employees. People are wanting to come to the office. I'm in the office now. I have kids at home Zooming, and I have noises and distractions and interruptions. And it's not that I can't work from home. It's that there's some times that I have to go into the office. So with all the networking and stuff that I do, I'm hearing this as a new theme. Although people want to downsize and sublease, they still don't want to give up the office space.
Oh, I mean, we kept our office space. We know we're going to go back there sooner than later. It's just that right now it's not something, because people are still traveling. A lot of travel advisors are out there. I'm getting ready to go to a few places myself as well. So
where are you going now? Where are you going?
Well, for Thanksgiving, we're going to spend some time hiking in the desert.
What
so
desert?
I can't wait to do that in Palm Springs area.
Oh, okay. I love it. Perfect weather.
Palm Desert. Yeah, that's what I thought would be great. And then around Christmas, we're going to go to New York.
Ooh.
Yes, I love New York for Christmas.
Why not?
So I can't wait. I'm really excited about that. And then I have a trip coming up to go to Belize. Early next year. It's still to this day my favorite spot, and that's also open to American travelers.
Are you gonna go to Chaw Creek?
Oh, Chaw Creek! I love Chaw Creek. It's such a great destination. Yeah.
Oh, I love the story.
So
I love everything.
Yeah. Chaw Creek is fantastic. Ka'ana is fantastic. Blanco no Lodge is fantastic. I love Belize.
Yeah, Ricky and I went on our honeymoon there.
Ah.
Yep, which you helped.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
You just launched a new website that I know you've been working on and been waiting for. And that is, I have it written down, that is Broomstick Inc.
Yes.
Like the broom. And .com. And can you tell us what is going to be on there besides obviously you and your travel plans and everything else?
Well, I was always, I always had this, imagined myself as a good travel witch. I would just twitch my nose and make things happen. So that's why I came up with this name Broomstick. And of course, it had to become a company, so that's why we have the Inc, obviously. And it's all about bewitching, beguiling, devilishly delicious travel.
I'm gonna change your name from the Travel Master to the Travel Witch.
There you go. I mean, I like that whole feel of it. Anyway, so I just thought that's how I came up with that name, and I think the website will reflect it, and I'm really excited about it. It's going to be full of fantastic ideas, and it's also going to communicate to my clients who we are, how we work, what the possibilities are, and how we can talk to them and collaborate with the client and create this dream time, be it romantic, be it family, be it just to relax, or go see the animals in Africa. So depending on how much time they have, their budget, time of the year. So there are a lot of elements that decide what trip is going to be taken.
Right.
Yeah.
And if people, since the digital world is here and scrolling is not going anywhere, besides your your new website, broomstickinc.com. What
Mm-hmm.
is your IG name again, your Instagram?
Well, that's also going to be Broomstick.
Okay,
It's
so,
right now it's Travelist Ayse,
okay.
but that's going to change, and it's all going to be connected to Broomstick.
Okay, well, if you guys follow her soon, within the next week, it'll be Travelist Ayse. If you can't find that, then you can go to the website as well, or you can contact me. I have all of her info. And thank you very much for being on this episode with me. I will probably hit you up for every single season to see where we should be going and how we should be doing it. And until our next trip, until we meet again.
I would love that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayse.